On this video, I want to show you one of what I consider to be my best investment strategies, and that's getting involved with early stage businesses. There's a much bigger upside potential on an early stage business than a company on the stock market. I'm not saying stock market investing is bad. I'm simply saying that this is an alternative and a very much untapped sector. So I do this through a club called VC Crowd, and that allows me to get involved in early stage companies. So what I'm going to show you on this video is a £420 investment that I made that was instantly worth £1,500, and potentially I'm going to show how that could be worth up to almost £500,000, but I think reasonably safely, not safely, but possibly worth £46,000 from my original £420 investment stroke risk. So let's run through the figures, show how this works. I'll explain how it works, plus I'll show you how you can get a free gift if you join VC Crowd as well. So do stick around whilst I drop that in the video. So first thing, let's go to my portfolio. So I'm logged into my account, go to my portfolio, and you'll see the biggest share in my portfolio by 27.5% of my entire portfolio is a company called Happy Drinks. Happy Drinks are based in Liverpool, and it's a club, it's a business that the club invested in very early on, very much as a seed investor, early stage investor, angel investor. And you can see I've got a total of 62,150 shares. The share price on those are currently worth £1.50. That's been verified because we know they've raised another £3.5 million in the last round of fundraising at £1.50 per share. So let's just click on, I'm going to show the account transactions on my shares here for Happy Drinks. Now, they're worth £1.50 per share, but you can see here back on the 23rd of November, so January, February, March, 2.5 months ago, so 10 weeks ago, I purchased 1,000 shares for just 42 pence each. They're worth £1.50. So that 1,000 shares cost me £420 as an investment, and that was worth 1,500. So just consider that for a moment. If you saw shares on a main stock market, rather than investing £1,500 to buy those shares, you could get those at a massive discount at just £420. Hopefully you'd see that is a big advantage. I'll run through the details of how that managed to work in just a little while, but let's now look and say, okay, we've got 1,000 shares in Happy Drinks. We know they're worth £1.50 because that's where they've raised money just recently. But what does that mean in real terms for us? Where could Happy Drinks go? Now, Happy Drinks is very much a young startup company still. They've been around for about 5 or 6 years. They have just secured some huge contracts with the likes of Marks and Spencer's in the UK, Lidl, they supply Asda, and they've got their own facilities to make this product, canning facility, bottling facility. They're about to expand that. And again, I know all of this because of the information we get from VC Crowd as the investment club. So the club makes the investments generally for members, and we just get given shares worth up to the same as our membership subscription. So you pay £80 a month to be a member of the club, and you'll get in the region of £80 worth of shares every month in businesses that they've selected. And one of those companies, like I said, is Happy Drinks. But I've taken that a little bit further. So I've used the internal trading. So if we come through here to the portfolio and we go to private, then you can see here we've got Happy Drinks, and this is an internal member-to-member trading market. So we can come in here and we can actually say, well, I'm wanting to buy some shares at a discount. There are some members who haven't got the patience, or they've got some bills, unexpected bills they've got, and for whatever reason they're selling shares, and they're selling shares substantially lower than the fair market price. We can see here at the moment there's 50 shares here at 68 pence. So that's potentially worth picking up there. Just see how much that is. So that's £34 worth of shares in total. The next set of shares available is at £1.30, closer to the fair price, 200 at £1.33, and so on. So occasionally you get bargains pick up here where someone's just offloading their shares. They're not necessarily making a loss on those. They may have bought those lower, or they may have got those early on with the club, in which case they're not necessarily at 68 pence. They're not necessarily losing money at that price. It may be they are. We don't know. We don't know who this person is. but we can see there's 50 shares there, and so you could pick those up and effectively double your money instantly on that, because they're worth, you're buying those at 68 pence, they're worth £1.50. So that's one quick tip there, to come in here, look out for the bargains. They don't come up very often, but keep your eyes open for them, and you can pick up shares like that. And so that's where I managed to pick up 1,000 just 10 weeks ago at 42 pence per share, and again worth almost 4 times that amount. Now what could they be worth in the future? Now remember, this is early stage investing, so this is a bit like Dragon's Den or Shark Tank. You're getting in really early with these companies. So Happy Drinks, it's probably about 30 or 40 employees, but they've got tens of millions of pounds worth of contracts, and they look like they're expanding fast. So let's have a look at an equivalent, or a possibility. There's a company called Celsius Drinks. They do beverages, and we're looking at the details here. So this is Celsius Holdings. They're in the USA, market capitalization 20.69 billion. What that means is, if someone like Coca-Cola wanted to buy out Celsius, all their shares multiplied by the share price gives you the market capitalization. What is this company worth? So on the stock market, Celsius is worth $20 billion. That, if we look at details here, as of March 2024, market cap 20.69 billion. This makes Celsius Holdings the world's 908th most valuable company. So it's only, there's another 900 companies more valuable than this company. So we're not saying that this is the, the most expensive beverage company by any means. I mean, Coca-Cola is worth 200 billion, so this is a tenth of the size of Coca-Cola. But we can see we've also got the market cap history of Celsius Holdings. So if we go back to 2016, we can see the market cap there was $77.9 million, which is about where Happy Drinks Group are now. And we're looking at similar sort of timescales here for a company. Now, Happy Drinks has grown enormously. We managed to get shares as a club, as club members with VC Crowd. I think it's probably around £2 or £3 million. They're now £65 million. So we've already seen a potential 30x increase. But let's assume we're now at this place where Celsius are, where Celsius is worth $77 million. This was just 8 years ago. And you look at them now, they're worth 20 billion. So let's go, when did it reach 2 billion? We are talking around about here, which is November 2020. So between January 2016 and November 2020, 4.5 years. So it is possible for a drinks company currently valued at £65 million within 4.5 years to get valued at 2 billion. So if Happy Drinks, and I'm happy for the long term looking at this, I've already got the shares at a huge discount. I'm holding on to my shares. If I hold on to those for another 4.5, 5 years, then my shares could be, if we get to a 2 billion valuation with Happy Drinks, then we are looking, let's just do the calculation. Let me just get a calculator up. So if we say Happy Drinks at that point, we're worth 2 billion, so 2,000, let's just do 2 million divided by 65 million. We're looking at a 30.7x increase, so 30-fold increase. So let's zero that out. So I've got 1,500 shares, and they go up 30.7 times. Yeah, so my outlay was £420. Give it another 4.5 years, that could be worth £46,000, which is a substantial amount. Alternatively, if we wait a few more years and again we get a Celsius scenario, then we are looking at another 10-fold increase from there. So my £420 could make me in the order of £500,000, and that's the power of angel investing. Obviously there's no guarantees it's going to get to that sort of level. My downside risk is £420 on this particular example. My upside potential is £500,000. That's the equivalent of buying 2 houses in the UK for a total risk of £420. Give it 8 to 10 years, that is possibly where we could be from here. Now, obviously, you're not going to sit around and wait and see a video from me in 8 or 10 years' time saying this is how I made my millions. But that, I don't think there's anything wrong with my logic there. Is it likely to happen? No, but is it possible? Absolutely. So Happy Drinks Company, if you want to get some shares on those, you can come in here, come into the private trading, load some money into your account at VC Crowd, and then you can use this private trading facility to buy some shares there. Let me just go back to my portfolio again to show you what I've got here at the moment. So I've got 62,150, so that's a total of £93,000 of the shares there. Most of those I purchased substantially less. You can see I've actually bought 59,882. I've been given 2,268 by the club, but I've bought just under 60,000 personally. So on these shares, I'm probably in the region of £70,000, maybe £75,000 up in profit on those, just where we're standing at the moment. And if we get to a 2 billion, then we're looking at 30-fold increase of that. Let me just do it for fun, and then I'll again show you what you can do to join VC Crowd. So I've currently got £93,225. Let's say we get a 30.7-fold increase. That'd be 2.8 million in just one company that I've maybe invested about 15,000, 20,000 in total, by buying those at a discount through this very little known club and through this very little known internal trading facility. I do have some videos, tutorials to show you how to do all this. If you go to copydragons.com, enter your name and email address on that site, that will get you in. I'll show you my tutorials there. You can reach out to me, get in connection with me, and yeah, if you're interested in this type of investing as well, alternative investing, I think it's a brilliant strategy. This is not investment advice, this is for information only. Make your own decisions, do your own due diligence. I'm not saying you should do this, I'm simply saying that this is what I've done. This is my own personal account, so it's for information only. But hopefully you found that useful, hopefully you found that interesting. Do pass any questions you want in the comments as well, if you don't want to reach out to me directly, through my website at copydragons.com. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video and another update, probably in a year or so's time, to see what my shares with Happy Drinks and some of these other companies will be doing by that point. Could be even higher than where we're currently sat. But at the moment I'm feeling very confident and very happy with the way things are progressing, and it's all thanks to VC Crowd.